I did it, you know. Sometimes you just gotta do the do. How are we doing today, boys?
Um,
How, how's it, dude? My
well, I
day.
guess we're gonna talk about it against my will. So I was explaining to Mac though, and he doesn't understand. So because you are our sports analyst and a damn good one, we're gonna
Damn
break
good
it
one. I'm gonna
down.
take over for Stephen A. after he becomes the president.
Um,
Yeah, right.
dear God, please no. Um, but Landon, listen, been watching the finals here or the
How
playoffs.
about your Celtics, AJ? How about the Knicks? Hey, they've
Well,
been playing the
Look,
Celtics
look, Landon,
well.
hold on now. That's what we're going to talk about. See, because we are taking a different approach.
Okay. Tell me about it.
See, if you watch the playoffs, right, and you see what we're doing is we want to make it entertaining for the fans. It would be
like that background, boys.
no. Put the freaking Nuggets up there or something.
I'm putting up the Nuggets here in a second. Hey,
Thank God.
how about the worst team in the MLB here, folks? I went to a game a couple of nights ago, waiting for them to break the record for the most losses in a season. Let's do it.
Didn't they play my? Didn't y'all play? Didn't y'all play the Braves a couple weeks ago?
I was at the Braves game.
No. Oh, seriously. Which one were you at?
I was at the first one where they got up 3-0 and then they sold.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I was at the Braves game. My friend's a big Braves fan. Bought us tickets. Only $5 for a ticket. So if you ever
Damn.
want to go to a Nuggets game, I'm sorry, a Rockies game. Never hear that around town. $5 a ticket. We made it all the way down to behind home plate because no one wanted to sit there.
Shit.
So
All right.
if
So
you want some free tickets, check out the
Oh,
Rockies.
I gotta leave and come back in because my screen is froze.
So while he jumps out, Landon, I'm gonna break it down for you here.
Oh
then-
yeah, you do that. You do that while I leave, right? Yeah. You can't be man enough and say that
Look,
right
dude,
now the
no.
Knicks are the better team.
Look, I can't help that the New York Chiefs have to pay off the refs to win a freaking playoff game. All right. Anyways, Landon, what we're doing, right? Besides the New York Ticks, or I'm sorry, the New York Chiefs, because they're acting like the Kansas City Chiefs. Um, and they got the refs.
Yeah.
Both of those teams were just absolutely absurd, right? So, but also, I think what's happening, right, is because we know that the Knicks are going to be eliminated from the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
Right. So, we have to make it entertaining for the fans, right? I mean, imagine the roar of the crowd and the excitement when if we were to bounce back and just completely come back from a deficit of just of what we're 0-2 right now, right? So we come back and we beat the Knicks and we take it all the way to the championship.
And you lose to my Nuggets.
Yep, and we face the Nuggets. It's a fairy tale story is what we are building right up to right now. See, because what was it last season? If memory serves me correctly, we swept the Pacers.
Yes, and that's exactly who you guys are going to be playing again in the Eastern Conference Finals. Can I tell you something, AJ? I don't mean to interrupt you. The Eastern Conference, the NBA is the same thing every year. Every year, the same teams are in the playoffs, same matchups. Remember when there were 2 straight years where the Celtics kept playing the Heat in the NBA Eastern Conference Finals? And both years, it went into Game 7. One year, the Heat won. One year, the Celtics won. Man, I got to tell you, man, the NBA is so predictable. The Nuggets seem like they're always playing the same teams in the playoffs. They're either playing the Lakers or the T-Wolves or the Suns or the Clippers. But, man, the Eastern Conference is the most similar thing again. This year, we had the same first-round matchup between the Bucks and the Pacers. We had a lot of the same matchups. I believe there was another one that was the same. Maybe just can't think of it on the top of my head. But you know what? NBA is a very, very, very big company that will have the same matchups, it seems like, every single year. So my question for you, AJ, is do you believe the Celtics have the path to make it to the championship, saying they could overcome this 2-0 deficit from the
Absolutely. Like I said before, thank God Mac is back, because we're going to hear him and, go on and, at this point, he just needs to become a Kansas City Chiefs fan over in the NFL.
Why
Anyways,
would I become a Kansas City Chiefs fan?
because the New York Knicks are acting just like them. That's besides the point.
How?
So,
They played a great game.
so yes, do I believe that we
Both
can come back?
games they were down
Absolutely.
by more than 20 points.
I'm telling you, what's going to happen is we are building a fairy tale playoff here this season. We're going to come back. We're going to beat the Knicks. We're going to go on. We're going to sweep the Pacers like we did last season. And then we're going to go to the finals, and we're going to face the Nuggets. Where I'm telling you, Landon, may the best team win there.
You know what? If we end up playing the Celtics, I respect the hell out of you, AJ. If we lose, if we win, I agree. I just want a team besides the State Warriors or the New York Knicks to win.
Thank you.
I gotta take a call real quick. I'll be right back.
That's my guy. That's my guy. I'm telling you, Mac, it's all about the fans. I was explaining to Landon that the reason we are down 0-2 right now is because if we just came in and swept everybody, it wouldn't be entertaining. Imagine the fairy tale playoff run that we have if we let the Knicks get a couple of wins and then we just bounce back and just come in and do what we do. I mean, that would speak volumes. I mean, the cheers would be louder. I mean, the excitement. It'd be great. I'm at a loss for words just thinking about it. Yes. Do I think that we can come back? Yes, absolutely.
Wait a second. How can you be a Boston Celtics fan and a New York Mets fan?
How do you do that? Hey, I gotta be real. Hey, AJ, how do you do that, man? You can't.
Look,
hold on. I'm not done. Let me finish.
All right.
You talked when I wasn't on air.
All right.
Now listen. How can you be a Boston? That's just like being a New York Yankees fan and an Atlanta Hawks fan or an Atlanta Falcons fan. But look, the Mets and the Knicks, they share the same colors.
Okay. Yeah. Look, here's the thing, right? I don't follow baseball as much as I do basketball. Look, it's hard to explain, right? So
Power off. Oops, sorry. Hey, wait, can I say one thing, guys? No one watches baseball as much as they watch basketball. I'm sorry. I know the Rockies suck, and I'm a fan of the worst team in the league, but nobody actually watches all 162 games. Let's be honest. I watch maybe 80 of them. I check every single score for the most part after the game. But, guys, nobody sits there and watches all
the highlights every single day.
Yeah, I do that too. But I have never watched every single full Rockies game this year. I'm not paying for that MLB.
No, never. And now I'll pick. Now if they're playing like the Phillies or the Mets or anybody that's like a division rival or just a rival in general, I can sit and bear a game.
Man, can I say something? Sorry. So you can bear a game, but do you feel like you can go and watch a game in person over a basketball game? I feel like, in my opinion, baseball games are funner to watch in person than basketball games.
They are better in person to watch. Yes.
I think I would see. I would have to do a basketball game in person. For some reason, it's just for me personally. That's where you see like the high end celebrities. You know what I mean? Like Jack Nicholson, and all these big names, right? Where do you see the big time celebrities in baseball? You know what I mean? And even then, like, even if they are there, they don't get that spotlight. They don't get I think I don't know. To me, basketball seems like a more entertaining sport to watch in person. I think baseball is more fun to play than it is to sit and watch.
Agreed.
Would I like to go to an in-person baseball game? Yeah, I think that'd be cool to check off a bucket list. But
I'll tell you
I
what's
would be
more
more-
exciting. I'll tell you what's more exciting than basketball and football and baseball. Go to a hockey game.
Ooh, I agree.
Go to a hockey game.
That actually sounds fun. Catch a tooth. There you go. We are talking
Watch
about
somebody get put through the glass.
right.
Yes.
We are talking about sports playoffs, all that good stuff. Welcome. Thank you for dropping the comment.
By the way, we won last night.
The Nuggets are going to win tonight,
18
man.
to 12.
And hey, boys, I want to introduce back our guest host, Charlotte, again. 3-month-old
Charlotte.
puppy dog, cutest dog in the world. Look at this baby right here.
What's
I
up,
will
Charlotte?
trade you my menace of a dog for that one right there.
She says hello and go Nuggets.
She
Go
is a nugget.
Nuggies.
Go Nuggets. Nuggets going to play in about an hour right now. I was going to say, guys, the Cavaliers were tied with the Pacers at halftime, but the Cavaliers opened up the second half real well. My Rockies have already allowed a run in the first pitch of the inning. Great job by them. Already on our way to our 32nd loss. You know what? Sports are going great, guys. School ends in 2 weeks for me, guys. I know your guys' school is infinite. You guys, AJ, you're always schooling Mac every single day. So, Mac, you have full year-round school, but I luckily only have 9 months of school. AJ's always schooling Mac.
That's right. See, I was once the student, and now the student has become the teacher.
Yes, sir. And Mac has now been demoted back to the student.
Yep. It's almost a jealousy thing, Landon. See, this man, it's gotten too much for him to the point where he stood me up for 2 weeks and 2 weeks in a row because he had too much schooling, so he needed one of those summer breaks, But school is now in session and teachers ready to teach. Mac, speaking of, I think it's time to assign you some homework. We're at the half part of the show.
Oh, we're at the half part. Let's go.
So, did you do your homework? You had 2 weeks. Huh?
What?
I was asking Mac if he did his homework. He had 2 weeks.
Mac, come on, man. You got to stay on top of your homework. Power off.
I mean, come on now.
Homework. I'm 35 years old.
He doesn't want to be schooled no more.
Look, I tell you what. I'm sorry. When Boston beats the Ticks, then he can graduate from school.
Yes, I love that mentality. When he graduate, then he can graduate. Man, when you
Dude,
guys
the only two people relevant on the Knicks is Jaylen Brown and Tatum. It's the only two people that's keeping that team alive.
Hold on. Lady, did you just hear what Max said?
I heard what he said.
Okay. So I don't think. Listen, I think he's done another year of schooling because I'm pretty sure Jason Tatum does not play.
Okay, buddy. Okay, sure.
I'm pretty sure Jason Tatum doesn't play for the Knicks.
I didn't say that. I said the Celtics.
No, you didn't. Ask Landon. We sat right here and listened to it.
You know what? I need to replay that. You know what? I can replay that in a second. But all I gotta say is, if you had to trade Jalen Brunson for Jason Tatum, would you make the trade, Mac?
No. 'Cause
AJ, would you
Jalen
make
Brunson-
the trade?
Would I make the trade?
No, because in the past 2 games, Jalen Brunson has been clutch for the Knicks
All right.
over Tatum.
Okay,
What Tatum do in the last 10 seconds?
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Choked. Come on, bro. Come on, watch the highlights.
I'm
You
telling
know, would you trade Karl Anthony Towns though? Would you trade Karl Anthony Towns and in a first round pick for Jason Tatum?
Towns, I'd get rid of him in a heartbeat.
So you would take Jason Tatum for a first round pick and him?
I'd
think
take Porzingis.
You take
I would like to have Porzingis back, but
Hey AJ, can you turn on the NBA game? Can you get the NBA game up on our stream for people watching it?
yeah.
I actually I might got you because I'm the king of the streaming. You got me? I think I can get it here.
Yeah, see if go ahead and give it a try. You should be able to do it there.
All right, give me 1 second, boys. I'm gonna have to leave in about 20 minutes though. Got my family in town tomorrow. Is my grandfather's memorial service. He died about a month ago, so tomorrow I have to give a speech. It's gonna be great. Love my grandpa. Wish he was still here, but it's a great opportunity to spend some time with family. So I'll be leaving in about 20-ish minutes, but it's great. But I'll pull the game here for you guys. And
Celtics and Nuggets in the championship for Grandpa.
love it.
With the hand off the DHO, but then trying to get out of the way of Bennedict Mathurin. But
There
as
we
he
go,
runs
boys.
interference,
I can turn off
in
the
that
sound here.
possession, he picks
We
up
can
the
back,
offensive foul. Yep.
Give me a second. There we go. All right. See, this is what I love about the show. We can talk and watch some NBA.
Oh yeah.
Donovan Mitchell, 51 points. So, guys, the NBA playoffs, is it just you win a road game, is it just you lose at home? I've asked you guys this before. I remember asking you guys this last year. Home court advantage doesn't matter anymore in the NBA. NBA is the only sport that home court advantage doesn't matter anymore. And I got to ask you, the last couple years in the playoffs, I've noticed this. Home court advantage doesn't matter as much. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
100%. It doesn't matter that, I'm the higher seed. If we go into 7,
Yeah.
I get 4 games
Look
at
what
home.
the Knicks
That
did.
doesn't matter. What?
Look what the Knicks did in Boston both games.
It's true. Look what the Nuggets did in game 1 against the Thunder. I mean, man, it's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, both
Look what
games
the Pacers
were
have done.
the last game. It was the last night's game, Boston and in New York. That was close. Boston only lost by 1 point. It was like 90-91.
Yeah, after having a 28-point lead, just like the first game.
Yeah, like I said, when you got the refs in your back pocket, I mean, of course, you know what I mean.
Refs are not in our back pocket. We played in Boston. People hate us in Boston.
That don't matter. But anyways, that's besides the point. So,
Boys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I actually do got to go now. I told you about family in town. So, I appreciate the opportunity of allowing me to join tonight. Maybe tomorrow night or sometime else.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Right? Family first, boys,
Absolutely.
I
Thanks
love you
for
guys. Yeah.
Thanks
Oh,
for
yeah.
coming in and being a part. Mac, when is the next game for Boston and New York? The 10th.
Tomorrow.
So that's tomorrow. Oh yeah. All right. So I'm telling you. That's actually what time is that game? 7.
I
7?
have no clue.
Maybe. I think. Let me look.
I don't know.
I'll find out here. Oh, damn. Okay, 3:30. That's an
7:15.
afternoon game.
Sheesh.
Damn,
I'll
that's
be at
early.
dinner.
Early. Huh?
I'll be at dinner before church.
So, but you know what? Landon does. He does make throw out he poses some good questions. Which, after looking at the time slot, makes me want to ask a question: does the timing of the game matter? Does it
I
matter if
guess
it's
it all
a
depends on. I guess it all depends on where you're at. West
Fair
Coast,
enough.
East Coast.
Mhm.
Now, what if you have to travel to Canada?
Oof.
Because you know that they do have the Toronto Raptors.
Yep. I
But
mean,
here's my thing though. If you're American, right?
mhm.
And you play for the Toronto Raptors, does that make you a Canadian?
I mean,
That's a
maybe
tough
by
question.
proxy. Maybe by proxy. Um,
That's a tough question. Because my thing is when the Toronto they're in Canada,
Mhm.
so they don't play the American national anthem.
Right.
But if I'm American
Mhm.
and I play for the Toronto Raptors,
Mhm.
I'm gonna feel some type of way if they don't play the American anthem. I mean, I understand that I play for the Toronto Raptors
Right.
in Canada,
Mhm.
but still, I am American first.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, maybe you're Canadian by proxy. You know what I mean? It's like that. That's like the best. That's the best way to explain it. It's like when you have sex with somebody. It's like you become their heritage by injection or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, so like we had a friend that used to say she was Italian by injection. It's like, it's interesting. So I mean, I guess it's like one of those things. It's like, yeah, you would be by proxy, but not really. I don't know. Uh, Mac, I'm telling you, I cannot wait for tomorrow's game. And I know you're going to keep an eye on it, probably at dinner, under the table, looking at the phone every so often, watching the game.
Oh no, we'll probably be somewhere where I can actually like see it.
Yeah. I like to do that too.
But I mean, I won't
Wife
watch
and I'll be
the
out to
whole-
eat, and I'll be having my eyes on the TV, looking at the game. You know what? I want to talk about football for a minute. There was a who the fuck was it? George Pickens is a Dallas Cowboy.
That's the dumbest move that the Steelers can make.
With that
But
said,
who did they get? But who did the Steelers get in return?
that I'm not sure. I will find out here in just a second, though.
I mean, they could have gotten that. I mean, imagine if they got Nico Collins or
Nico
shit,
plays for Houston. Last I knew.
I thought not Nico Collins. Oh my gosh. The Texans traded somebody to Dallas.
Oh, okay, hold on, maybe. The Steelers traded Pickens to Dallas in exchange for a 2026 third-round selection and a late-round pick swap.
That's one of the most dumbest. That's one of the most dumbest trades I've. Not for one. No, man. Not for Pickens, bro. They could have got. They could have got something. They could have got something a little higher.
They could have gotten somebody really good in exchange for Pickens.
I mean, they already got. I mean, DK Metcalf is signed to the Steelers.
Is he?
But now it's just DK Metcalf. You don't got nobody to put around him.
So with Pickens now a Dallas Cowboy, and I know how you feel about the Cowboys, what do you think about their chances this season?
They still got to get rid of Dak Prescott, bro. I'm sorry.
No, I mean
they can have all. I mean, look what they had last. Look what they had last season. You still got
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb. You still got the kid that they got from the Texans. So I mean, if you got them, then I mean you're looking okay. But I'm just saying, but all in all, you got to get rid of Dak Prescott. I'm sorry. I don't like Dak Prescott as a quarterback.
I think he would be – I think Dak Prescott has all the talent in the world. I think, and I've said this before, I think it's the coaching. I think that if he got to the right team, I think he could do great.
Well, yeah. I mean, look at Justin Fields went from the Bears to the Steelers, and now he plays for the Jets. It's all about scheme, and for a quarterback to have to be able to play with their scheme type offense, that's what that's what really breaks down for quarterbacks is the scheme of play. Like Dak Prescott, he's a West Coast. Let's just say he likes to run a West Coast offense or a run and gun or trick plays or whatever. Or you got Justin Fields, who's running gun, wildcat, stuff like that. I mean, it's all about the head coach wanting to put a quarterback in there that fits that team's scheme. Now, defense, it doesn't matter. You run whatever the heck you want to run. But for offense, it's what they play. It's what the quarterback. To me, it's what the quarterback played in college. What scheme that he ran in college, and then they just have to adjust.
Oh yeah, it's like. All right, so and I'm going to kind of pose the same question I did for Dallas. I'm going to pose it for both of our teams, and then I'm going to ask you the landscape of the playoff scene for this coming season for football. What do you think this season looks like for the Jets and for the Bucs? I'll let you pick whatever team you want to start with first. And then what do you think the playoff predictions look like? What do you think the picture looks like over there?
For the Bucs, I mean, playoffs. They'll make the playoffs. I think they'll make the playoffs. I mean, they haven't gotten rid of nobody. They've actually added. They added They actually added the quarterback from West Virginia, but they added him as a wide receiver, which is good because
Mayfield's been stepping it up. I will say that he's stepped it up. I was not happy his first year when I heard that we had picked him up. I was not happy about it, but I will say he's really impressed me. He's helped me win the fantasy football last season. Besides that, though, do I think we need to get I think we just need a little fine tuning. But I think Mayfield is killing it, and I'm happy with him. I can't sit there and dog on him too much. I think he's done fantastic, and this past season he got even better, right? Because he's been with us more than just last season, and he has improved. Do I think he's going to improve this coming season? Absolutely. And when players get better and better, it all works together. Do I think for sure we'll make it to the playoffs? My worry is just how far are we going to go in there. But now for the Jets. The Jets, they've been having a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah, ever since it started. They started having trouble ever since.
Guys can't keep a
Tebow
freaking
left.
quarterback.
Ever since Tebow left,
Mm-hmm.
after the butt fumble with Mark Sanchez, they were like, "Nope, you're done, bro." Brought in
Guys,
Tebow.
Zach
Tebow
Wilson.
did okay. I love Tebow. Tebow is an awesome person.
You guys had Zach Wilson there for a minute.
Oh God! Before Zach Wilson, we'll go back. We had Geno Smith, which I don't think Geno Smith got an actual chance to actually show what he can do. And then when he went to the Seahawks, boom,
He did really
great.
Yeah.
He was actually comeback player of the year. But then but when Geno Smith was quarterback, they brought in Michael Vick. And they tried to run both quarterbacks, and it didn't work. And we got punched in the mouth so many times, and it was like, all right, gotta go. So we got rid of Michael Vick, got rid of Geno Smith, and then we ended up getting Zach Wilson.
Your favorite. Do I feel like you guys did better with Aaron Rodgers?
No.
Yeah, I think you did better with him than you did Zach Wilson. That catch.
Well, I think we did better with. I personally thought we had better games with Geno Smith, but
yeah, but you know what game I'm talking about. That I'm sorry, that throw that Rodgers did last season, and the fucking catch. I mean, he bombed that shit. That play could not have went any better for Aaron Rodgers. I'm trying to remember who caught the ball though. It was a one-handed catch.
Oh no! My boy Garrett Wilson.
Okay.
I got that. I screenshotted it.
That would.
I almost made it as like the background on my laptop.
Nice.
But yeah, Garrett Wilson's a beast. They just needed somebody to put around him. Now that we got players.
One person does not make a team. I mean, unless you're Tom Brady. And it's not me jumping on the Brady bandwagon or anything like that. But look at the Bucks. Look how long we had. I mean, just pretty much kind of floated around. Once we picked up Tom Brady, we were in the playoffs, and I think it was either his first or second year. We ended up getting that Super Bowl ring. Now, the playoff
has been in a drought. The Patriots have been in a drought ever since Tom Brady and Bill Belichick left.
Oh yeah,
it's been sad. My dad's a Patriots fan. I'm like, dude, I don't know how you can watch them.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I don't know how you're a Jets fan. I'm like, true.
Yeah.
But
now, I want to get your
but I guess all good players and all good teams come to an end. All good coaches come to an end and they move on, and it's look at LeBron James, for instance.
Mhm.
They got knocked out of the playoffs in the first round. They had LeBron, they had Luca, and then they had a good team.
I mean, and again, like,
LeBron's got maybe one more year.
yeah, he should, and I don't even think he should even come back next year. But now back to you mentioned Luka. Do you think him going to the Lakers was the right move?
I hated it, but I think they're looking for, their next best player after LeBron. So,
but I mean, again, we were just talking about this with football, and I think we can apply that to basketball as well. If you take a player out of his, I guess, element, right? It can really do something. I think Luka was fine where he was at, and I think right now it's just having that adjustment period. Is that adjustment going to be a while? Is it something that he's ever going to be able to adjust to with the Lakers? I don't know. It's like time is going to tell us a lot when it comes to Luka and the Lakers. I feel as if he played a lot better before. I don't see him as much of a star player as a Laker as I did before. I understand what the Lakers are doing.
yeah, I don't think he's going to be that star man. I don't think he's going to be that star player that the Lakers need after
I feel
LeBron
like-
leaves. I don't.
No, I feel like Luka went from being a big fish in a small pond. Now I feel like he's in an ocean and he's going to get lost in the shuffle.
And I think he was better off with the Mavs. I mean, yes, they brought in Kyrie. Yeah, they brought in Klay Thompson. Yeah, they brought in Anthony Davis. That was the build around Luka.
And it worked. It fit.
They brought all these players in for Luka.
But it
boom,
worked and it fit. It's like when you look at the Lakers, it's like, Kobe, Shaq, I'll even throw in the LeBron in there. When you get a team that works and they fit together, we were just talking about the Mavs, right? When you get those key players that build around, I don't want to say that, the players you just mentioned for the Mavs, I don't want to say they were all built just around Luka. I believe that they all were built around each other. And I think that's what made it fit, and that's what made it work so well. And it's
I think the most shocking trade for me was Klay Thompson, because Klay Thompson leaving Golden State with leaving his splash brother, man, and Stephen Curry. I mean, dang, you take that away. I mean, but look what the Warriors are doing now, man. The Warriors are still being the Warriors without Stephen Curry. I mean, not Stephen Curry, without Klay Thompson. And I just think sometimes I just wish that the NBA would just leave players on on these certain teams and just leave them
Leave
there.
him alone.
Yeah,
You-
basically,
you know-
because
Mhm.
it's just like Curry. Curry's never been Curry when Curry got drafted by Golden State. Curry's been in Golden State for I don't know how many years now. I believe he'll retire as a Golden State Warrior. And if he doesn't, then sheesh.
You know who I've been becoming a real fan of lately? Derek White on our team. That man has some fucking threes. I sat and I was watching the first game of the. I didn't get a chance to watch. Was it last night's game? But I tell you, even on our bad games, all bullshit aside, let's eliminate the bias, right? Let's completely take the bias out. Derek White has really impressed me in terms of his threes. If they pass him the ball and they give him, it's almost as if he doesn't miss. We got Jason Tatum, right? Great player.
Love Tatum.
But you know what?
Jason Tatum.
I think White often goes overlooked. I don't think he gets the credit that he deserves for his threes. I sat there and I watched that first game, and I'm watching, and I'm like, holy shit! Like, this dude he's sinking his threes. And I'm like, yeah, he besides Tatum, Derek White had got me really excited to sit and watch through that game. Then afterwards, it was a nail biter, and it got to the point where I got very nervous. I did exactly what I do when I'm watching a Michigan game or anything else. I got nervous and I couldn't take it no more, and I'm like, yeah, I got my anxiety was kicking up. I couldn't watch no more.
Oh, don't get me started.
I
don't want. We'll go back to the Final Four.
I think.
We had a 9-point lead with like 30 seconds to go and freaking blow it. But here's the thing. That's what happens in sports.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who your team is. Besides, if you're a Carolina fan, please move out of this state. You don't belong here.
Go Unk. I'm kidding.
But no, it doesn't matter if you're a Carolina fan, a Duke fan. It doesn't matter. NBA doesn't matter if you're a Knicks, Boston Celtics fan or a Lakers fan. Every single team has their day. Each team has their moment. Let's take all right, let's go back to 2021. I'm going to take it back to 2021's World Series. Atlanta Braves. We won the World Series in 2021. One of the best World Series I've ever seen. Just because I'm a Braves fan. But what happened to them during this season was very doubtful for them to even make the playoffs and have a run, because they lost Ronald Acuna Jr. that season. They lost Ozzie Albies for a while. They lost a couple of other key players, and so they had to go make trades and call people up to play. Best decision that they made in a long time that season. There was a lot of players that came in and helped them out to win a World Series.
Mhm.
And it was, I mean, to me, it was one of the greatest World Series I've ever seen.
I think everybody gets. It doesn't matter, especially with basketball, right? You know, you get so far, 28-point lead, 30-point lead, doesn't matter. You get excited and you think you're gonna win, right? And you and I, we talked about this, not to touch on the college basketball with Duke and all that. I sat there and I thought for sure Duke was gonna win, and shit happens. That's probably the most unpredictable sport, but also at the same time, I'll run it with football, and more specifically, and I'm sure you'll know what Super Bowl I'm talking about. I believe I'll have to check. Maybe I should have my teams right when I say this. The Patriots and the Seahawks. The Seahawks should have won that. They were literally this close.
All they had to do was run the ball.
That's it. And what happened? The fucking Pats took it and they fucking won. A game that the Pats had no right, no business winning. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody gets so, Mac, you know, you couldn't have said it any better that night when we were watching that Duke game. It's very rare that you and I watch a Duke game together in terms of, we're on the phone and we watch it at the same time. I was so, much like any other fan, I was so for sure that Duke was going to win. I'm not a Duke fan like you are, right? But I'll support your team because it's you and you're my brother. But you said, you know what? I'm not going to celebrate until that buzzer hits 0. And I see why now. I mean, yes, I understand the excitement and everything else like that. But I also understand why. And it doesn't matter what sport. Unless it's a complete fucking blowout, I understand why why that fits. Why what you said fits so well. I don't want to celebrate and get my hopes up until the buzzer hits. And it's because anything can happen. We just referenced the freaking Seahawks and Pats game. I would be surprised if the fans were still not salty to the Seahawks for that. And that was how many years ago?
Sheesh.
Long time ago.
Yeah. That's when Russell Wilson was the quarterback of the Seahawks. Yeah. Man, that's when he was the quarterback of the Seahawks. They had Marshawn Lynch. Heck, they had DK Metcalf, I think. I mean,
that was
my gosh.
All they had to do was run it. That's all you had to do.
Oh, yeah, they were right there on the 1-yard line. I don't understand. Nobody understands why he changed the play at the last second.
I hope that wasn't a coaching call. I really hope not.
No, it wasn't, because I think even Pete Carroll was like, why did you change the play?
But you know what, Mac? You know what I'm excited about? I'm excited about this spring season, talking about football. When is our next game?
Monday.
I'm excited. And how often do they update the standings?
Every Thursday, I believe.
I'm excited to see Thursday's standings and where we are.
Oh, well, they changed this from 4-1 to 3-2. I checked it last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Hey, we'll take it though.
That's okay.
We'll take it. That's okay. 3-2 is fine with me. My question though, and I really hope we get this app working again. I have been just spiraling out of control with plays, and I'm telling you, dude, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Besides that, though, are you still planning on the idea that you and I talked about in terms of the next time, or about switching teams if we don't end up winning the championship, either the spring or the fall?
It all depends on
Who's
who
available?
It all depends on who comes back after the fall season. If we get the same team back that we have now in the spring, then I'll possibly keep
the Lions.
the Lions. I mean, I like the Lions because we play at Lions because our home field is Lions Park.
Oh, nice.
So I mean, I was like, yeah, we're just gonna run with that.
So I do got a question.
And then I was thinking about the Falcons, but I was like, can't do that because we became a dynasty with that team.
I wish. Here's what I wish. I wish the league would let us switch the teams to the opposite season. But anyways, I want to go into a what do I want to call it? A hypothetical, I guess. Hypothetically, I wouldn't even, I guess, put it as I guess maybe a hypothetical, at least at this point. If given the opportunity, and we decided to switch teams, if you had a choice to pick, what team, and looking at history, right? I want you to take the realistic, history in terms of what teams have been open. Just take everything as realistic here, but also as a hypothetical. What team would you most like to want to pick up next, assuming we decide to switch teams in spring and or fall?
That's kind of,
given that I do realize that there are different teams that are available in the spring than in the fall. Because you know this more than I do. I don't ever freaking know what teams are open. So I would have to have you tell me history-wise what's usually always open before I would.
I don't know, man. I don't. The Bear. I mean,
if we have to, we can do a breakdown of teams that have been open more
heck,
often.
you know what? I'd be the Titans.
Okay,
I love the name.
Spring or fall. Well, let's break it down. Let's break it down by the season first. What season do you want to go with first?
Gosh, spring.
Okay.
If I had to, I mean, any other team. I mean, let's just face it. I'm never changing the Falcons.
No. So okay. So with that being said, let's focus on spring. What's usually
I could do Titans.
Okay.
Vikings.
I should roll with the Vikings.
Titans, because I used to love the Titans. Sheesh.
Well, what's usually open? Let's break that down. History throughout the history of the league, what teams have been open more often than not?
Titans, Bears, Jets, Vikings. Panthers was always open. Jaguars was always open. Seahawks were always open.
Chargers too, right?
Chargers, they were, but they got taken in the fall.
Mhm.
We don't have a Bengals team. Not that I know of. Yeah, we don't have a Bengals team. Oh, the Ravens.
Oh, okay.
Trying to think. If I had to change, I would like to stick to some that I've seen the jerseys and then they look nice
Mhm.
because and this is just my opinion. The Bills, their jerseys don't look great. The
Mhm.
Giants, their jerseys don't look great. Patriots, okay, look, the Patriots, the Bills, and the Giants, all their jerseys look the same. The Commanders look like I just went to the bathroom. We never had a Browns team before.
No.
Which you wouldn't catch me being the Browns.
I think
Pretty tough.
honestly, dude, you know what? I could roll as a Viking. And really that's because my high school mascot was we were the Tri-County Vikings back in when I was back in school. So I mean the Vikings they have a soft spot in my heart. That and when you look at the NFL, fucking JJ McCarthy is a quarterback. Um, outside of that, in a dream scenario, and you know where I'm going with this. In a dream scenario, I would love to be able to talk to the head coach of the Buccaneers and make a deal where we get to coach or that we get to take the Buccaneers even if it was for one season. And then switch
The
back.
only thing with that is I'd have to move. I'd have to
What's that?
move. I'd have to move to another park.
Oh yeah, because they're out of the district, right?
Yeah.
I think, dude, I'm telling you, I think this season, and hear me out. This season, I think we see where it goes, but at the end of it, let's keep an open mind. I think that's fair enough. If we win, the spring season championship. There might be, you know what I mean? There might be something there. If not, then, you know, we've talked about it almost all night. Maybe we look at switching teams, you know, because we, like I said, we talked all night about players finding their home and what kind of, you know, suits them and what works for them. I want to get your thoughts on this too. Is it the same for coaches?
Yeah.
I think so too. We have found our dynasty team in the fall. I mean, we make it there every season. And I mean, how many championships we got with the Falcons, right?
Yeah.
And this fall is going to be no different. We're going to take that one too. But I think because the spring we're just getting started, I really want to see what opens up. I want to see where this goes. And we'll see what happens. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think this spring, right? Because you and I were so used to, at least I think, this is my opinion, I think we are so used to the fall that it's just, it's easier to coach. It's been ingrained, right? It's something that we know by memory pretty much. I mean, we do it every season. We're in the zone. I think spring is different for us, and I think a part of that is one. It's a new season. It's something that I don't feel as if we have made ourselves comfortable in the spring season just yet. Is part of that reason because of the team and no look, I mean, the kids that we got, great. I mean, they got all the talent in the world. I don't knock any of the kids that, you know, that play for us in the spring. I'm not going to say that and I say a bad thing about them. But when you look at the coaching, that's where I kind of, it's like, I feel as if we are out of our element, right? And the team, whether it's the colors, the team name, that doesn't make it's the players and the coaches that make the team what it is, not the other way around. But I think really what it is we just, this season, like I said, if we keep an open mind, I want us to be more cautious at the end of this season, regardless of how it goes. I want us to be more open-minded and a little more cautious, because if we don't do it this season, next season, I want us to be more comfortable. I want us to be able to be more like we are in the fall. But I don't know. We have to see how this season goes. It always seems, and you know, dude, you made a good point too. I think a lot of it is we don't have the same team as we do in the fall. Our fall team plays for a completely different team in the spring. For me,
I mean, with an exception of like 4
well,
players.
yeah, but still, I mean, to me, to me that it messes with me. I don't know about you, but to me it kind of pisses.
Oh, I
me off.
mean, yeah.
And I think that's part of it too. We got to, yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of analyzing. There's a lot of things, exciting things, I will say. On the
Yeah,
horizon.
there is, but I mean,
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. You know what I mean? We're dipping our toes in and testing the waters, and I think within time, I think we're doing great so far.
yeah.
I think the more time we take and the more prepared we get with each season, we make the adjustments, we'll do all right. And we'll get there. If it's not this season, maybe it's next season. I don't know. We'll figure it out. That I do know. And of course, I'm going to get on you because we still have to get our championships for the 2023 season.
Yeah. I just it's been crazy here lately. Yeah, it's
Trust me, I get it. I get it. I still have yet to get my tuna fish sandwich and my fucking milk. It's taking me about a month to walk 2 miles, bruh. Actually, I'd have to go back and look at the episode to give you a better timestamp of how long it's taken me to walk these 2 miles.
It's like one of those time warps. You
Mm-hmm.
you keep walking and then you fall in that loop again and it brings you back at the beginning. It's like, what the crap? Or it's like on when freaking Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64
Mm-hmm.
where there's this secret room, but you're running. You can run up these stairs forever and ever and ever, and guess what? You're not going you're not going up the stairs because once you turn around, you're right there at that bottom step.
Yeah, it's
an illusion. It's that illusion, man, and it's crazy.
it's like you're dreaming, and then you wake up from your dream, but you're in another dream, and that shit's actually fucking real, dude. That
It's
shit
like,
is real.
it's like the other day I was in the truck and we were headed to a job, and bro, I tell you what, these past couple of days, these jobs have been ridiculous.
So I've heard.
So, bro, I have to download photos and show you, honestly. But anyways, but yeah. So the other day when I was working, I was basically I was listening to some meditation stuff,
Mhm.
and it was actually it's an app called Abide, and I listen to it mornings and nights, and I listen to meditating with God and stuff like that. Well, I was doing my meditation, and my God, I just realized something. I look like Brock from Pokemon right now. I can open my eyes as wide as I can, but I'm so freaking tired. But anyways, yeah, so I'm sitting there, meditating, and I got my eyes closed, and I'm focused, and it's like reading the scripture and it's like breathe in, breathe out, do the Tootsie Roll. Just kidding. Um, but yeah, I'm like doing the meditation and like on my eyes are closed and I'm chilling, vibing.
Ice
And,
cream chilling,
all
ice
I
cream
hear,
chilling.
oh man, and Chief's like, yo, and I'm just like in the meditation, bro. Like, I'm like, he's like, yo, bro. Like, I'm like in that meditation, and finally, it's like, God's like, all right, just snaps his fingers, and I'm like, yo, what's up? And he was like, you over there sleeping? I'm like, nah, bro. I was like meditating. I tell you what, meditation is finding time to meditate, whether it's at work or on lunch or before you go to bed or while you're sleeping. While you're sleeping is very good. I mean, it has been for me. It's pretty cool because like the app itself, when when the meditation stops, it just, for me, I chose the song Amazing Grace to play over and over and over again. But there's like different things you can choose from, different stories, different meditations. It's an amazing app. My whole family needs meditation. Dear God, I pray for them every single night.
Dude, I tell you, I'm excited. I am excited for the things that are coming up. It's I'm looking forward to it. Also, while it's on my mind, we need to plan another vacation.
Yes, we do. I want to go back to Jersey.
Yes, sir. That was fun. That
was a good time, except for the time I walked into the knife shop and it's like, hey, dude, I got blood on your knife.
Everywhere.
I got blood on your knife, so I guess I'm going to have to buy it.
That and me fucking arguing with the short little Japanese security guard. Dude fucking pissed me
Brock
off.
from Pokemon? Oh,
dude, he had me so pissed.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh, my gosh. That and we need to go back and get our money from Kyrie, Officer Kyrie.
Officer Kyrie, yes. I forgot about that.
I didn't. When you mentioned Kyrie earlier, when we were talking about basketball, the name Kyrie will always and forever be tarred.
My name, if I ever have another kid, that might be his name, bro. Just because.
That name.
And then when he gets, then when he gets in his 20s, I'm gonna be like, "You're the new Officer Kyrie. Now give me my money." No.
Oh shit!
I'm telling you though, man.
We had a good time.
Jersey, Atlantic City was fun. I tell you what, man, it was fun. I would like to stay at a different hotel next time, though.
Yeah. We got to get you down here, though. Whether it's Philly or the Poconos or who knows.
Or Uno.
Yeah. I also want us to make a trip out there, though, too, because I mean,
Yeah, man, I got to take you fishing for the first time. Not that type of fish.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Oh,
All right.
not that type of cookout neither.
All right. So I didn't do nothing. Speaking of, though, after we go off air, I do have to ask you about some updates.
I
But-
got you.
That's for after the show. And looking at our timestamp, we have went well over.
I've enjoyed every minute of this, bro.
Yes, sir. It's been fun. It'll be even more fun when you freaking stop ducking me and you get that VR.
Yeah, I'm working on that. I tried to, I tried to go on Amazon, but I think you have to go through the app, and then through the app you have to go through Amazon, and I'm like, oh, it's a pain in the butt.
Well,
But
if you want to-
when I went on, when I was on Home Depot, I was able to do it that way without going through the app. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
You should
I'll
be
get it
able
figured
through
out, though.
Amazon. You should be able to do it through Amazon itself. You don't have to FaceTime me or vice versa, and I can help you work through it.
One thing, I need to put my phone on the charger too.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, like I said, well, you don't work tomorrow, right?
No.
So tomorrow at some point, let's jump on the FaceTime and we'll look through Amazon and that doesn't sound.
Hey, look at this. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, you just FaceTime me. I'll have to show you this. This is hilarious.
All right.
It's my freaking dad's dog.
Oh,
And he
dear God.
posted and he says, when your child is patiently waiting for his dinner while you're on the phone. Hold on. I gotta take a screenshot of it. This is funny. And he needs a freaking haircut, bro. My gosh. A little furball. I love that dog. I gotta go visit Dad again soon, too.
West Virginia, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, I need to go visit him soon. Again.
You'll be over in that area in June, right? Well, Virginia.
He said he was coming down. Yeah, actually, no, that got canceled. I asked about that.
How surprising.
Yeah.
But no, dude.
Oh.
So, like I said, well, you know what? You want me to FaceTime you after the show anyway? When I FaceTime you, we'll look at all that shit because something doesn't sound right. But like I don't know what app you were trying to use. We'll talk about it on the FaceTime. But yeah, on that note, I'm AJ. That's Mac. We love you all. Stay safe. Be good. There you go. If it ain't sweet, it ain't tasty. Two sweet asses on out of here. 4 is up for the Rascals. And get the fuck out.
Hit my music, baby.
stay fly, hustle through the sky, moonwalk on clouds, stack it up, cheddar, feeling better, proud, mind sharp, cutting through vibes, samurai sword, dropping bars, hit like a freight train aboard. City lights reflect dreams, mirrored ambition, chasing glory in the chaos, no permission. Quick wit, sharp tongue, arrows in the dark, navigating life, playing like a park. Busta Rhymes taking over, no one can ignore. From the alleyways to the grand concert hall floor, putting pieces together, call it life jigsaw. Rise from the ashes, Phoenix never withdraw. Cold nights, warm dreams, hustling for the cream. Every block another challenge, never what it seems. Silent whispers in the wind, secrets unfold, weak stories with rhythm, iron thread to gold. Past troubles, now chapters in a book. Flipping through pages, never a second look. Running fast, marathon of vibes, so free. Corner to corner, city to city, life beats. Eyes on the prize, never blink, dodge the haze. Echoes of the past, haunt sometimes the blaze. Blueprint the future, scribbled on city walls. Stand tall, fortress of rhymes, never falls.